Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 PM Pacific time in the United States, which is 11 AM in Australia or midnight, I believe, if you're in the UK. I hope all you guys and girls are staying well and staying healthy, making sure that you're following your quarantine if you are in quarantine wherever you are in the world. Remember though guys too, if you do miss the live streams, you can always catch up and watch them by clicking the videos tab at the top of my Twitch page. Sniper Echo, good to see you buddy, and Smokeberry Barbecue, good to see you as well. Do remember guys, if you've got any questions while I'm working, please feel free to pop into chat and ask me. If you just want to say hello like these guys, that's welcome, always welcome. But if all you want to do is watch, that's completely fine. Alrighty, so what are we doing? Yes, we're working on the House on the Hollow game, which you can wishlist now on Steam. It's a game that I'm working on with the game studio. You can either click exclamation Steam in Twitch chat to get a link, or you can click the graphic in my panels below my stream. That'll take you to the Steam store page. Okay, we are creating the study for the House in the Hollow game. We're working on the assets at the moment. We're in 3D Studio Max and in Substance Painter. I did post that lighter image. We were working on the lighter last week, and remember Substance Painter crashed at the end of the stream. I redid the textures and posted an image on my Twitter account. So if you want to see it, look on Twitter, or you can go look on Discord as well under social media. But we're going to work on another asset next. We finished the lighter. We are going to work on an old-timey clock radio, and that's what we're going to do today. If we get this done quickly, then we'll move on to another asset, but this is the project for the moment. So we need to UV map it, Vertex Color it, and then texture it up in Substance Painter. Again, with this model, you'll see I've got all these pieces as separate objects. It's just easier for me to work this way, and then when I export it for Substance, we will attach everything together. First things first, though, we need to UV map it, I guess, so let's do that. Got to make sure it's an edit poly, and we're going to use Rhizome 3D to do the UV mapping. Alrighty, let's go with we'll see what this is not going to unwrap properly, but I knew it. One cut line is not going to do it for this mesh. Let's try this one. Again, not great. Blue and the red. No. Let's try another one. Probably this one. That's the one. That's good. Okay. Let's send that back to Max. And let's keep going now. Let's do these ones. Oops, again, I forgot to set it to an edit poly. Must be an edit poly. Smurfberry says, I like things that are good. I like things that are good too, Smurf. We all like things that are good. And 3D modeling is good. I actually saw on the Discord server, Mr. Squarepeg posted... Again, if I haven't mentioned the Discord, if you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server, click the blue graphic, type exclamation Discord in Twitch chat, or click the link I've just popped in chat there. I see Mr. Squarepeg posted in the general section on the Discord that that Affinity are supporting their creative community, and you can use their software, get a free 90-day trial of all of their image apps. That's pretty cool. 3 months worth of a free trial. I mean, I've never heard of many companies doing that. So check out the Affinity link that's in the Discord server if you're interested in trying out their free 3-month trial. And they're doing it to because of the COVID-19 thing going around, just to support the creative community. Oh, Twitch are telling me my channel has a new look. I don't know what they're talking about, but I'll check it out after the stream. What were we saying? Yes. So check out that link in the Discord server. Now this one, let's see, let's try the first one. No, the first one's not going to cut it. Let's try this one. I really don't like how it's put the cut lines right in the middle of those cylinders, so let's not try that one. Let's try this one. Yeah, again, the cut lines are better, but actually we might be able to get away with that if it unwraps properly. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. The cut lines are actually in the seam in the middle, so it won't be seen. That'll be fine. It's good. Let's send it back. Alrighty, let's do the little knobs, because you know everyone loves turning knobs. Again, I forgot to set it to an edit poly. And for this one, let's try this one. We're getting a bit of stretching happening here. Not too much, it's not too bad, but let's just see if we can get an unwrap using one of the others. It's better. Okay, it's a better unwrap, but we're getting a lot of cut lines along the side, so I might just do a bit of manual cleanup, I think. And I'll just have one cut line underneath here. Well, it doesn't matter which one, they're both about the same position underneath, so we'll just stitch this one. And we should be good to go. Hugs! What do you mean is there SR? What is SR? It's good to see you though, Hugs. Hope you're holding up okay. I don't know what you mean by is there SR? What's SR, Hugs? Explain. Let's send this back to Max. Okay, let's send this piece over. And let's try the first one for this. No, the first one's not going to do it for us. Yeah, again, a little bit of stretching on the interior there, but not too bad. I think I can live with that. I can live with that bit of stretching going on in there. Yeah. Yeah, because I know if I go to this one, it's going to do more cuts than I really want. We'll have a look. We'll see what it does anyway. We can always come back. Yeah, it's giving us a better unwrap. We are getting cut lines up here in the corners though. Which is not a problem, but because it is in the corner, in the crease. We could go either way. I actually think I prefer a little bit of stretch for fewer cuts. I think that's a better unwrap, even though we are getting a little stretching. So I'm going to go with this one. Executive decision made. Let's send these pieces over. Okay, no, that one's not going to do it. This one will work, I think, for what we want. We've just got a couple of cuts in there, mainly at the back. That should be good. Are you ignoring me, Hugs, now? You come in, say something cryptic in chat, then ignore me. Everybody ignores me. Let's do the front face here. Actually, yeah, now let's do the front face here. So how are all you guys coping anyway with the, I don't know if you've got a lockdown where you are in whatever city you are, wherever you are in the world. They've just started being a little bit more strict in this country, in Australia. They're making people stay at home. Well, yeah, they're closing down the pubs, the restaurants, the sporting venues, anywhere that large crowds gather. Telling people to work from home, all that sort of jazz. It should work. That'll work for what we want. What I'm going to do is when I jump back into Max, I'm going to rotate the Our UV shells for these two pieces. But we'll do that when we get into Max. And do a repack. I think, let's do this piece here. Shakamuru, thank you for the follow, Shakamuru. I do appreciate it when you guys follow me. So thank you, Shakamuru, for the follow, for following my Phil Does 3D Twitch channel. My phone's going off, so I'm just going to go and grab it. I'll be 2 seconds, sorry guys. Alrighty. You guys are still there, aren't you? Just say hello in chat if you are still there. I just want to make sure my chat is still working and we don't have a problem. See, it's all your fault, Hugs. Now I'm worried. So if you are hearing me and you are seeing me, type in chat. Just say hi, or I'm here, or I can see you, or again, I just want to make sure that my chat isn't not locked up, or Twitch, the chat isn't not working. You're here? Oh, good. You hear and see you? Good, Smepery. That's cool. Thanks. It's your fault, Hugs. You got me paranoid when you didn't answer me. All right. Be more secure, Phil. Don't be so insecure. Shakamura says, works for me. Good to hear. Thank you for popping in and saying that. I appreciate it. Because you never know with Twitch. Sometimes things go twitchy. And so I didn't want you guys typing in chat to me and me not seeing it and thinking I was ignoring you or anything. I got paranoid. I got paranoid for a minute. I'm all good now. I'm all good. Let's send this back to Max. I think we've only got one piece left to UV map, and that's the back of the main back of it here. Of the old-timey radio. If you are new to my channel and you want to know more about who I am and what I do, you can go to phildoes3d.com. So my Twitch username, put a .com on the end of it. That'll take you to my website where you can look at my work. I've got some of my previous gallery shots there. Work I've done in my gallery, I should say. There's links to my social media, my art station, all that sort of jazz. Okay, let's go with this one. No, let's not go with that one. This one. Again, it's done a couple of cuts here that are unnecessary. I'm just going to do a stitch, I think, on one of these two. Actually, I don't think it needs any cuts along there. I could probably stitch this one as well. That's better. We're getting a little bit of stretching, but again, not enough to worry about. So that should be good. Let's send that back to Max. Again, I'm using a program called Rhizome UV, which you can either purchase or you can subscribe to use. It's a very good program. You don't need to use an external program to do your UV mapping. I just like it because it's very quick. And I really don't like UV mapping at the best of times. So now we have our old-timey radio UV map. Let's do a quick save because we don't want it crashing. Max has been pretty good. Substance crashed on us last week, but you guys know I turn auto save off, so I must remember to manually save. Smurfberry said in Discord, 90 days is also a hell of a long trial period. Pretty awesome. I might have to give it... Oh, no. He was talking about the Affinity software, imaging software that you can use for 90 days as a trial. Again, jump on the Discord server if you haven't. If you want to join the Phil Does 3D Discord, click the blue graphic in my panels below my stream or type !Discord in Twitch chat. Alrighty, now we need to Vertex Color this so we can take it into Substance Painter and do our texturing. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach all these pieces together. Then we need to do a pack on the UV, so let's attach everything. That is everything. Now we can start Vertex Coloring. We're going to go with the cherry and chocolate wood again with some brass, I think. Keep everything nice and consistent in the game. So let's make the base, it'll be the chocolate wood, so I'll make that a blue. The main body here is going to be cherry, so let's make that a red. This arch, actually the arch piece is really one piece, so it's going to have to be the cherry as well. Yeah, I don't think... Let me just look at this again before I make this decision. Yeah, I mean we could make it a different coloured wood if we wanted to. Let me just think here for a minute. We might. I'm going to make it a different vertex colour. We'll see if we can make it a different type of wood than the back. And if it doesn't look, if it looks odd, then we can just assign that colour to that texture map in Substance. So not a big deal. So let's make this a green. Then we have these pieces here, which are going to be, there'll be another wood, but a different type of wood as well. So let's make that a pinky purple. Then we have these pieces at the top, which are going to be a metal, probably a brass. So let's make those brass, and let's make these brass as well, which are the knobs. So we'll make that a yellow. We have this piece here, which again is going to be a metal. It'll either be a brass or a different type of metal. So let's just make that an orangey color. And then we have the actual speaker bits here. So let's make those, which will be a fabric. Let's make those, let's make them a dark green. Alrighty, let's turn Vertex Coloring on to make sure that we've not missed anything. Okay, just a couple of spots in there I missed, which are just... So I'm just going to assign those the same color as the cherry wood. And it looks like I missed just in here as well. Let's assign that the same color as the brassy bit at the front. Oh, and I missed a knob on the side. Android Lust, it's good to see you, buddy. How are you? You holding up okay? Oh, no, I forgot to attach it, that's why. All right, let's do that. It's good to see you though, Android Lust. I hope you're well. Just want to make sure that that is not flipped. Let me just double check that. I don't think it is, but I'm going to double check. Nope, that's good. All right, so let's attach it. Let's select it and let's assign it that yellow brass color that we're putting on all the knobs. Now we should be good. Now I think we've got, oh, no, looks like I missed a couple of pieces here. That's why it always pays to go into Vertex Color mode to make sure that I haven't missed anything. That's interesting. It looks like I might have a piece here that isn't attached, so I just want to check that. I'm just going to move the pivot. I see. Let's attach it first. So attach. Oh man, I went the wrong way. Right. There we go. Android Dust says, I'm holding up just as well as everyone else, I suppose. Yeah, it's a strange time to be alive, isn't it, guys? With everything going on in the world at the moment. We'll get through it. We'll be okay. Let's assign that blue color for the chocolate wood. Everything will be fine. Okay, so now I think we have everything Vertex colored. I don't think I've forgotten anything. It all looks good to me. Alrighty, let's go out of Vertex Color mode. And now we want to pack our UVs. So I'm going to throw an unwrap UVW down. Make sure we select everything. I'm going to get it to do a pack. And I'm just going to, I just want to make a couple of changes to the direction of some of these UV islands. So just got to find them. There's one there and there's the other one there, okay. I want to rotate these around so that they're both facing in the same direction so our texture stays nice and even. My angle snapper's turned on, good. Let's just move that back into a position, say here, where we've got a bit more room. See, the problem, what happens with Max's pack here is it rotates the islands. Now I can do a repack here under tools to get it not to do that, but I'm just going to do it by hand because I don't trust Max. No, I would feel more comfortable doing it by hand. So I'm just going to throw a checker map down. Let's do a 30 by 30 tile. And you see what I mean by the UVs here being angled? I don't want them like that, so I'm going to need to find them. and rotate them. Make sure we're not good, don't have any overlaps. I'm just going to check my other orientation of my other UVs to make sure it's all looking correct. I think we should be good. Okay, we can get rid of the checker pattern now, we don't need it. I'm just going to resave this as a new version. We're going to call it attached. Alright, now I'm just going to do a reset on the X form. So I always like to do that to make sure that everything is correct. Collapse my stack. Resave. And now we can export it and bring it into Substance Painter. Study. Chosen. Old radio. Alrighty, let's jump into Substance Painter and start a new project. Let's break out our maps. Okay, now we can start texturing it up. Let's go into those smart materials that I created for the game, for the furniture. And let's have a look here. Let's look at this chocolate. We're going to mask that by color selection to the blue. Let's get rid of that blank layer at the bottom. Okay, what else do we have here? Now we want a cherry. An interesting looking cherry. Let's have a look at this one. Again, let's mask with color selection. Alrighty, now this piece of wood here, we're going to try and make that a different type of wood to see if it looked good. If not, we were going to make a cherry. So let's see what other wood we have here that might be cool. Now again, these are smart materials I created as I was creating the other pieces of furniture that are in the game. So what I've done is I've saved them out as a smart material so we can start to reuse them, start to speed up our texture quite a bit. Paz, it's good to see you, Paz. How are you? Hope you're holding up okay. But it's good to see you, Paz. So yeah, if you're wondering about these smart materials, they're ones that I created as we were making the other furniture, so that we could reuse them. And it's easier for us because it makes it so we don't have to reset up all of the masking and stuff again. We can just reuse the masking we've done because we bake out our maps anyway, which is what the masking is using for the different objects we're texturing. And it makes sure that we keep everything looking consistent in the building, so all the furniture stays consistent. So yeah, I'm looking for another wood for that arch at the front. And if I can't find one I like here, then I will do another one by hand. There is one I'm actually looking for. But I'm not sure if I turned it into a smart material. I don't think I did. Gotta stop touching my face. Wash your hands and don't touch your face. But I do it so much subconsciously, it's so hard. I'm in lockdown at home anyway, working from home, so I should be good, but you never know. Paz says, I come back to buy food. It's scary. Hurry up, pay and run. I know. When I go to the supermarket to do grocery shopping, it freaks me out a little bit now, but hey. Yeah, that's like actually the supermarkets were starting to run out of stock. They've started to actually get better in that regard, except the cheese. Now people have taken a run on cheese. I couldn't buy any cheese when I went shopping last night. For some reason, people have gone nuts and bought all the cheese. So I don't understand why. It used to be toilet paper. Toilet paper still out of stock. But then it was meat and sugar, but those things are back in stock now. Bread, but it's back in stock. But not cheese. They've taken a run on cheese. And I like my Parmesan cheese so much. Comes from all my years of working as an Italian chef. I love Parmesan cheese. Android Lost says, faces deserve to be touched. That's right. Oh, Paz says he needs his beer. Okay. Did you buy a slab of beer just so that you don't have to go out and make another run for a while? Stock up on that beer. Cheese. Cheese is good for easy sandwiches. It is. I love cheese. Cheese is really good for you too. Good dairy product. And I love cheese. Like I said, Parmesan cheese, because I like a really bitey cheese. I like blue cheese as well, but particularly Parmesan cheese. But I can't buy it. I couldn't buy it when I went shopping. There was no cheese. No cheese at all. People just cleaned the supermarket out of cheese. Now where, I don't think, I must not have made a smart material based on what I'm thinking. So I can either use one of my other smart materials. Actually, what I'm going to do here, just before I do that, move on, is I'm going to change the color a bit on this, cherry wood. I want it to be more cherry, less chocolate. More cherry, less chocolate. So redder. I want it to be redder. Let's just take out a little bit of the colour. Take out a little bit more of the colour. I just wanted to get a nice distinction between the chocolate and the cherry. I just felt that they were looking too similar. 20 Paz says 24 I'm okay for tonight. So Paz bought 24 bottles or cans, I'm not sure which, of beer, so he should be good for the night. Oh, Paz. Again, I'm just going to try and make a couple of alterations to this colour here. Not quite happy with the shade. No, we don't want it to be green. It's not what I wanted to do. It's better, I think. Smoker, he says, cheese. Paz put a little cheese emoji there. Android Lost says, Paz drops dozens of beers daily. You got to watch that beer. That'll give you a beer gut quicker than anything. Okay. Yeah, I got distracted for a minute there. Now let's move back to what I was doing. Let's face it, it doesn't take much to distract Phil. This. What do I want to do with this art piece? What about if we go with a chocolate? Again, a different type of chocolate though. What about this chocolate? Again, let's assign with color selection. Let's the mask on this is not really great for this piece of geometry. I got a couple of options. I can either play with the mask, or I can choose another chocolate that might be a little bit less destroyed. So I'm just going to remove that, and we're just going to look at one of the other chocolates we've got here. Let's assign with color selection. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Hit the wrong one. I'm just going to do a quick save because I don't trust Substance Painter. Just in case. We don't want to crash like we did last week. Called old radio. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, I think, overlay another texture on top of this one, or another smart material on top of that one. So let's go with let's have a look at this one. Let's group these two together. Let's throw a smart mask on the above the top layer. just going to mask that grouping with color selection so it's not applying to all of our model. I'm also going to turn off the hide information on this layer here. Paz says you're damn good with substance. I've seen better. I've seen some people that are amazing with substance painting. Paz says, I try to paint characters with substance. That sucks for me. I prefer my map box. But for objects, that's crazy easy. Yeah, character work, doing character painting. Well, I'm not a character artist, but I imagine it would be much more difficult in Substance Painter. Mudbox is the best way to go, or ZBrush if you want to do painting your textures on characters. But for hard surface stuff, Substance Painter is really good. I'm just going to also jump in here and look at the underlying. If I can find it. Okay, it's this one. I'm gonna pull back on the hide information on this underlying layer. I don't like the look of those lines we're getting across the front of it here. So I'm just going to reduce that a little bit. It's not that one. It must be this one. No? Yeah, it must be this one. Interesting. Not that one. It might even be the tiling. Actually, that could be it. It might not be the height. It might be the tiling value for the wood. Let's just turn that layer off for a minute. Yeah. I think it's the tiling value here. So let's go to, say, 10 on the tiling. No, I said 10, not 128. Let's turn this layer back on. Better. Much better. But now I just want to play with the masking a little bit on that layer. So let's just again do a quick save. Mandra says, I never tried Mudbox for character painting. I don't do character work, so I can say I've never tried it either. But I know ZBrush is pretty good for the character painting though. I don't think having that separate wood there as a separate colour looks odd. I was worried it might, but I think that looks fine. So I think, and keeping it as a separate, different coloured material, a different coloured wood, different type of wood, makes the clock radio more interesting than just having it all the cherry wood anyway. Paz says, Mari is very good. I mean, the results look crazy, but it takes full-time job and lots of time. Yes, I like Mari as well, by the Foundry. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about there. Paz? Love Mari. It's good texture painting software. If I don't, which is generally what I used to use, and I still do quite a bit. I use Mari. I'm using Substance Painter because these are assets for a game, and Substance Painter does. Stop touching your face. Substance Painter does really nice. Is really nice to use if you're making game assets. So that's why I'm using Substance Painter. But if you do film work or anything that requires really high resolution textures, then I always use Mari. Generally, you guys saw that when I first started streaming on Twitch. The very first project I did, which was the Baroque Terrace, we used Mari. And it wasn't until we started doing the game stuff that we switched to using Substance Painter. I will go back to Mari. Actually, I think when I then did the other terrace, the Temple of the Winds, I think we used Mari there as well. Actually, and Substance Painter. I think we used both. So long ago, I've forgotten. Yeah, you remember me using Mari? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I do love Mari. It's really nice software. All right, I don't want I don't want it to look any more distressed. I don't want to damage it up too much. I want it to look like it's been through the wars a little bit. It's an old radio, so. So let's look at these pieces here now. And again, I want these to be a wood. So let's find another wood. Yeah, I was going to say we could make them a metal, but I don't want too much metal. So that's probably going to be metal, and these are going to be metal. So I don't think I want to make those metal. I think a wood would be more interesting. Let's have a look at let's look at this one. Again, let's mask with color selection. I'm just trying to work out whether the grain is running in the right direction or not. Let's rotate the grain and see if it looks better. Okay, now it looks like, and this is, I didn't check these and I really should have in Max. We've got the grain running in the correct direction here and here, but not on these ones. So I'm just going to do a quick save. Jump back into Max. Throw down an unwrap so we can check our UVs. And let's find our little pieces here. Okay, so that one's correct. That one's correct. This one is not, so we need to rotate this 90 degrees. I'm just going to move these off to the side as I alter them, because we're going to have to do a repack. These ones were not, and again, it's because they're running horizontal, they should be vertical. Same with this one. And this one. So now we're just going to get Max to do a repack. We're not going to rescale, we're not going to rotate, we'll normalize and fill holes. Okay, now you see Max's packing is not, the automated pack tool, I mean, it does a decent job, but it does leave a lot of space that could be used. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick which parts of the model are most important, probably this part here. Okay, it uses quite a bit of space, so that's okay. Then probably the front, which is this bit here. What is that? That is... yeah, okay. This is the back face of the arch here, which is, you see, it's never being seen. It's actually inside of the mesh, so I'm just going to move that off to the side for the moment. I'm just going to do some cleanup here on the UV packing. Okay, that's the front there, that's the top, that's the back, that's the bottom, that's the side. Just also checking where these ones are. Okay, what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to... okay. I'm going to move these. And these. And that one, and this one. So I just want to make sure I got them all. Oh, I missed this one here, which is this one here. And again, no, that should be fine. I was going to rotate it, but I think we should be okay. And then this. I'm just going to move these off to the side. Now this piece that's never being seen, I'm going to scale that right down because we don't need it to use very much of our texture map space. Just going to move that in there. Now these pieces here, I'm going to scale up a little bit because I want them to use more of the texture space. And we're just going to get it to repack again. My apologies, my voice is a bit croaky. I'm fine. I'm not ill or anything. It's just from talking all the time, and I'm a motor mouth and never shut up. Now that's better use of our texture space. So we still have a little bit of free space here, but I think that should be okay. So let's re-export this again. We'll just override the old one, yeah. Jump back into Substance Painter. We're going to update our project. We're going to have to bake out our maps again, of course. And now we have fixed our UVs, which is what we went into Max to do originally, so that they're all running in the same direction. Greg, my apologies, I don't pay enough attention. Says hello. Hello to you as well, Greg. It's good to see you, Greg. How are you? You holding up okay in this new world that we're living in with coronavirus? I hope you're well there, Greg, and welcome to Phil Does 3D. Good to see you. I'm just trying to work out
if you're wondering what's happened,
just what's going on here.
The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top.
I might just have to jump back into Max to check what's happening here. Greg says, fine, thanks. Good to hear. Again, if you're new to my channel and you want to know more about me and who I am and what I do, you can go to my website, phildoes3d.com. You can read up on me there, and you can look at links to my art station and all that sort of jazz. All my social media. I'm just jumping back into Max here, and if you want to, don't forget to join the Phil Does 3D Discord server. You can do that by clicking the graphic in the panels below my stream. It says, join the Phil Does 3D Discord, or type exclamation Discord in Twitch chat. That will give you a link to join the server as well. I don't see that as being a problem. I'm just trying to work out what's going on in Substance Paint. No, that's fine. So why? I'm just going to turn on Vertex Coloring here to make sure that's all correct as well.
If you're wondering what's happened.
No, that's all correct. That should be fine. All right. So it's not a problem with the colouring or the UVing. I'm just noticing the texture. I don't know if you know, what I'm trying to work out here is you see in here, it's not being textured, just in that little corner. And down the side here, I'm trying to work out why that is. Okay, it's part of this texture here. Color selection to red. Oh, okay, now what I'm noticing here is the color selection looks a bit off. Why are we seeing blue? No, that's interesting. Why? I think what I'm going to do, I think what I might do is just resave this model out of Max as a different file name. So we'll call it Old Radio 2. And we'll update the project again inside of Substance Painter. That looks to me like it's the same. We'll bake out our maps again just to be sure. Yep, it is the same. Alright, let me jump back into Max. Paz says flip. Yeah, I don't know if it's flipped normals. It actually looks like a problem with the Vertex. I think it's a problem in Substance Painter when it bakes out the material ID colors. That is what it looks like to me. Because in Max, it's correct. You see here it's red, which is what it should be. But in Substance Painter, when it's baking out the material ID, it's putting the blue, a bit of the blue in here. Not sure why it's doing that. Let's just check the UVs again. because you never know. So it's just through here. Substance Painter is just having a bit of an issue. So I think what I might do is I'm just going to move this over a little bit. I think we've got a little bit of room to play with. Yeah, so let's just move it over so it's not quite so close to the edge. Mr. Square Peg, hello to you as well, Mr. Square Peg. Are you holding up okay? Are you doing all right? I hope you're well and healthy. Let's turn off Vertex Coloring because there's not a problem with the Vertex Coloring. Let's resave this model again. Jump back into Substance Painter, edit our project configuration, reload that model, and rebake our textures. You're doing good. Good to hear. Paz says so close from border UV. Yeah, that could be the problem. We were very close to the edge of the UV 0 to 1 space. I'm just going to bake out our maps again. Euro, yellow to you as well, Euro. Hope you're well too, and I hope you're holding up okay. That is really weird. And I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Let me just check the ID map here. Mr. Squarepeg says, I'm healthy, thank heavens. Yeah, same here, touch wood. Euro says, yep, all quarantined up. Yeah, we are heading that way in Australia as well. They're telling people to work from home. They've closed down the pubs, the restaurants, the schools in the state that I live in. Well, yeah, the primary schools, not the universities, they're still open. I should close them too. Mr. Squarepeg says hi. Yeah, it's a strange time to be alive at the moment. Strange time to be alive. Now it's what's happening is it looks like it might be the way Substance Painter is baking out the ID map for some strange reason that I'm trying to work out why it could be giving it an issue, why it could be causing an issue. I'm going to have to come back to this as well. There's something weird going on here. Why is that an issue? Why? Again, that is that. So I'm just going to remove the color selection and re-add it again. Let's see how that goes. No, you see, now I know it's not going to work because it's blue here. It should be red, not blue. Why it's actually assigning the wrong material color here, I'm not really sure. Very odd. Very, very odd. Mr. Squarepeg says, I'm making respirators right now with my 3D printer and limited CAD skills, sorry. Well, good on you, because yeah, I know that they've been asking people to make respirators if they have 3D printers. They've also been asking people that can sew if they can sew some medical masks, all that sort of jazz, because everyone's running out in the world. Okay, there's something weird going on here as well. What is causing that? Okay, it's part of the ambient occlusion map, which is fine. I don't actually use the ambient occlusion. We do all real-time occlusion inside of the game engine. We don't bake occlusion into the texture map. But there's still something strange going on there. I'm going to have to check this. Gonna have to check it. That is looks okay. It shouldn't be causing an issue. Okay, let's just collapse that stack, and I just want to check the mesh. No, the mesh is fine. What's causing that problem? This one's got me a bit stumped. Yuri says, nice. Andrew Luss says, my mother made a lot of medical masks for the hospital she works at. I guess they ran out there. Yeah, I noticed they've been saying on the news, if people can sew to actually make medical masks, they put a call out on social media, on Facebook and Twitter. I think this is mainly the United States, but I think it might be happening in other places in the world because there's a shortage of medical masks. So, yeah, they put a call out for people that can sew if they can make medical masks. I don't think they're going to use them for frontline medical people in the pandemic. I think they're using it's more for other people that aren't frontline. So they still use the proper medical masks for people that are frontline dealing with people all the time in hospitals. But these are for other people, I think, people not at the front line. And just as a backup in case, because, yeah, you can't get enough medical masks and respirators, which people can't actually make. They're quite technical pieces of technology, a respirator. Yeah, shortage worldwide. Euro says, what do you do the Vertex? The Vertex colors, Euro, look fine. This is why I can't work out. I think it seems to be, it's Substance Painter when it's doing the bake out of the material ID colors. It seems to be losing it here for some reason, just in that corner. And there's no reason for it because in Max, the Vertex coloring is fine. It's correct. So that's why I can't work out why it's doing it. Mr. Squarepeak says it's happening everywhere. Yeah, oh good. Yep, Smokeberry says Painter is a butt. Euro says maybe the shells are overlapping in Substance Baker. Yeah, I think it's the baking in Substance Painter that is causing the issue. It's not baking out the material color here correctly in that corner for some reason. I've checked the UVs. The UVs look fine. The mesh is fine. The Vertex coloring is fine. It's just when it's being brought into Substance Painter here that it's having an issue. For some strange reason. So I'm just going to do a save here. And I'm just going to, as a test, create a new project. We'll come back to this. So we haven't lost our work, don't worry. I'm just going to re-import that model again. Sometimes even Substance Painter, even Adobe have admitted, or Algorithmic back in the day, that sometimes doing a switch out using project configuration can cause issues. So I'm just going to see if we make a new project, if we're going to have that issue. Let's do a quick test. Let's just throw anything down. Let's mask with color selection. No, again, I can see it here already. You see it's actually added the blue here when it should be the red. It's still doing it. It's having an issue. Why is it having an issue? Jump back into Max. Let's go back to our normal color. I'm going to select the face that's having an issue. I'm just going to do a detach temporarily so that I can go into isolation mode. And we can check our mesh. It should not be causing an issue. I do not see a problem there. Just to be on the safe side, just to be sure, though, I'm just going to check our welds. Okay. I'm also just going to send this back to Rhizome again, I think. Let's do a re-unpack. Again, I'm just going to stitch these ones up. Send it back to Max. Go into Vertex Color again.
Take it from me, I've learned my lesson. She gave everything, she was such a blessing, but
Reattach it.
Oh,
wow. Really? Okay. Alright. So we've welded the verts to make sure that there are no verts that weren't welded. We've re-UV mapped it, which means we need to do a repack. And again, we're going to make sure that we don't let Max rotate the clusters or rescale the clusters. I really wish it would make better use of the UV space. The packing is pretty rubbish. Let's try the tool here. I'm just going to turn off rescale and make sure rotate is turned off. Yeah, no, does pretty much the same job. All right, let's just send it back without me doing any alteration here. We'll see if we can fix it. Let's re-export it. Number 2. Back into Substance Painter, back to our original project. Discard that test one. Let's edit the project configuration and reload the model. Mr. Squarepegs says, so Armory Paint is really nice. Is it? I haven't checked out Armory Paint. Paz says, geez, I'm going to watch my pocket money change now. You're going to wash your pocket money change. Euro says, hello. Well, Mrs. Squarepeg says, so I have been messing around with Armor Paint and just found out it has auto UV unwrap option. Nice. I see, actually, I was talking to the guys earlier when I first started the stream about the Affinity imaging software, which you can use for the trial lasts 90 days, 3 months, which is pretty cool. You should check that out as well. There's a link in the Discord server in the general chat. Euro posted it. Okay. Smurfree says, I didn't know it had auto UVs. I didn't either. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Armory Paint at all. Mr. Squarepeg says it also has UDIM support. Oh, you have Affinity already, Mr. Squarepeg. Okay. Bill will shut up now then. But yeah, for anyone that doesn't have Affinity and wants to check out, wants to use it on a 90-day trial, which is very good. 90 days, that's very good as a trial. And now it's correct. So basically the problem, I think, was I think it was the UV it was either the UV mapping or the Vertex welding. And if I was to hazard a guess, I would... No, look, now this side's doing it. It's actually on the opposite side to where it was. What is going on there? That is so weird. Why? Why on the opposite side now? What's going on? It must be the UVs. It's the only other thing I can think of, but I can't see how. I can't see the issue with the UVs here. We will solve this. I swear we will solve this. So I'm going to... And it's this piece. Is it this piece? I think it's this piece. No, actually it's this piece it's having an issue with. It's the front face. But I don't see an issue with the actual unwrap here. So I don't know why it's doing it. And it looks like the problem is that in Substance Painter, when it's baking out the texture maps, it's adding, it looks like it's adding a blur. So as a test, I'm going to jump back into Substance. I'm going to bake out the maps at a really high resolution. So we'll bake them out at 4K. I just want to see if that makes a difference. This is just for the curvature and all that sort of mapping. When we export the texture, it wouldn't be that high anyway. But I'm just curious. It'll take a little bit longer to bake out at 4K. Paz says move the light. I don't think it's the light, Paz. It looks to me like it's the ID map, but the upping the res did not help in that situation either. So yeah, see, it looks like it's not being textured. It's not the lighting. So it's not. I know what you're saying, Paz. You think it's a reflection from the light, but it's not. You can see the light moving here at the front. It's actually in the bake out here of the ID map. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it's sort of, because you see how it's blurring it between blue and red? And I think that's causing the issue. Why though, I don't know. The only other thing I can think of is perhaps, again, back to the UVs. Is if we, again, as a test, I'm going to select this piece, which is what it's having an issue with. I'm going to make it smaller, much smaller than I should, just as a test. And we're going to move that back in here so that there's plenty of space around it. And we're going to re-export the model again. There's old radio 2. Back into Substance. Edit our project configuration. old radio too. No, and again, it's still having an issue. That's really weird. Why are you having an issue? Why? Sniper Echo says, interesting looking church door. Sniper Echo says, I kid not, it looks like a door in a church over here. Yeah, it's not a church door, it's an old-timey radio. But I've got to work out why Substance Painter is doing that there. I can't see a problem with either the vertex coloring, the mesh, or the UV mapping. It defies logic as to what Substance Painter is having an issue with. I will work it out. I swear I'll work it out. If it kills me, I will work it out. Alright. Alright. How else can I approach this? Let's start again by, I'm just going to turn Vertex Coloring off because I know it's not a problem with my Vertex Coloring. Let's go back and collapse this. Actually, I'm just going to just undo what we did before. There we go. So we're back. So it's not a problem with the UV mapping. It's going to collapse my stack. Trying to think the best way to tackle this. Going to detach that front face. And select the front face. Go into isolation mode. Again, as a test, I'm just going to throw a shell modifier down with 0 on the amount, so it's not actually adding to the thickness, it's just doing a double-sided poly. I'm just wondering whether it's having an issue because of one-sided polygons. Shouldn't, but you never know. I'm going to throw an edit poly down so I can go back through my stack if I need to. And we're going to do an attach, not that way. I'm going to select this one and do an attach. Actually, I'm not going to do it down. Again, I'm going to throw an edit poly down so I can remove it if I need to. And we're going to attach the front piece. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to just re-UV map this in Horizon because now we've actually added more polys to the back. So let's re-UV map it. Now, okay. Now this is generally just a problem in Horizon, it's not usually a problem. Although it does look odd, hang on. Hang on. I'm just going to throw down a edit normals. We are going to unify our normals. Alright, I see we're having a few issues here. Now, I know there's a problem with the mesh because of when I throw another shell down, we're getting it being, it's breaking the mesh, so. So there is an issue with the geometry, I think. I'm just going to go back to the version before we threw the shell down, so this version. Pat says, I remember that once I had spent 2 or 3 hours, there was an artifact on my rendering that at the end I found the problem. It was a stain on my computer screen. Oh man, so you spent hours trying to work out what the issue was and it was a stain. It's not my computer screen. It's not that. I wish it was. No, it's not. It's something else. That's very funny though, Pat. Is there an edge with 0 length? I don't think so. Could the issue be? I do not really see an issue here. Again, as a test. Oh no, I can't really do that. I was going to say, let's bring this piece into Substance Painter and see if it has an issue, but we need to assign material IDs to find it, if the issue, where the issue is, because it looks like the material IDs to me that are the problem. Although even that seems a bit strange. I don't understand why it's showing up white. That's what I'm having an issue with. And I guess it would show up white if we haven't assigned a texture to it. I was just wondering whether it was this this plane here that maybe was not lined up correctly, but I don't think that's the issue either. Yeah, that looks more to me like an issue with the material ID. And again, let's just test it by throwing down something that will go over everything. So let's just throw this chocolate down. So yes, you see if I throw the texture down over everything, we don't have that issue. So it's not a problem with the UV mapping or the mesh. It's a problem with the material ID here, the color material ID. That's what it's having an issue with. Because if I then try and mask with color selection, and we pick the red, See, we get that issue again. So it's the material ID. The bake out inside of Substance Painter for the material ID that it's having an issue with. Okay, there we go. If I should have played with this a bit sooner, I completely forgot. There is a tolerance value inside of the material ID color. Whereas you see if I pull it back too far, it removes a lot of the texture. So all I need to do is pull up on the tolerance to get rid of it. Live and learn. Let's get rid of this one we just added that we don't want. Let's jump back to the one that we do want to fix. Oh man. If I'd remember the tolerance a bit sooner, we would not have had this problem. And that's the wrong one that I'm trying to adjust. There we go. Oh, need to bring it up a little bit more. There we go. I told you I'd fix it. It did take me a while. Phil can be a bit slow at times, but there we go. We did fix it. Just checking Discord here. I see people have been posting. Mr. Squarepeg, you're posting in the Discord. Armor paint. Check out the post that Mr. Squarepeg has put in on the Discord regarding armor paint. Greg, if I did not say thank you for the follow, thank you now, Greg, for following Phil Does 3D, and Shakamura, thank you as well for the follow. I do appreciate it. As well as, what is that? Peresco? SZ Peresco. My apologies, I know I'm mutilating your username. But SZ Peresco, thank you for the follow as well. I do appreciate it, guys. Alright, let's get back to what we were doing before we were so rudely distracted. What is that? What is that? Did I do something weird with my UVs? Let's check this again. I'm going to reopen the project because I know there was no problems with my mesh. I'm just going to check my UVs again. UVs are fine. Let's re-export the model. And re-import it again in our project. And bake out our maps again, not at 4K, we'll go back to 2K. And that's good. Apart from the tolerance, which we have to change again. Oh, man. And now we're good. Let's save our project. Paz says I'm still loving the Y. Zeph says, what app is that? Welcome Zeph. Zeph the L. Zeph the L. Zeph the L. Welcome to Phil Does 3D. This is Substance Painter that I'm using here by Adobe. It used to be made by a company called Algorithmic, but Adobe bought them. Kemel's Workshop, thank you for the follow, Kemel's Workshop. I do appreciate it. So thank you very much for following Phil Does 3D. Yes, Substance Painter. Hello to you as well, Kemel's Workshop. Good to see you. Welcome to Phil Does 3D. Remember, guys, if you've got any questions while I'm working, please feel free to ask. I'm on Twitch to help you guys if I can with your 3D work, if that's what you do. So don't ever think that you can't interrupt me and ask me questions, because I'm on Twitch to encourage you guys to do 3D. That's the whole point of me being here. Well, thank you, Kemel's Workshop. I do appreciate the follow. No, I just want to go back to this arched piece at the top. It's just, I think it's a roughness value that needs to be corrected. So I'm just going to try and find where that is. That is this one. Okay, it looks like it might be in this layer here. And it's on this one here. Which one am I on? This one. Yeah, this one. Just going to check my mask. I think that's better. Doing an invert on it is better. But I do want to just change the color of it a little bit, so I'm going to find this one here. So it might be one of the underlying ones. No, it's this one here. Let's just make a couple of adjustments to the color. Just going to darken it up a little bit. Android Lost says, and if you don't do 3D, you should do it. That's right. I haven't given my speech for a while, have I? You guys should do 3D. It's fun. Even if you don't want to do it for a living. It's a fun thing to do. It's a way to make some artwork. And everyone loves to do art, so do 3D. It's fun. It is fun, as Android Lost says. Android Lost says, the Sniper, did you ever get your PC part? Yes, Sniper Reggae, did you ever get your PC part? Gotta stop touching my face. Kimmel's Workshop says, Substance is a powerful tool. I use 3D Studio Max in common, but I think it's not enough itself. Yeah, I use Max as well for my modeling. I love 3D Studio Max. And don't forget, there's a new version of 3D Studio Max due to be released any time now. Autodesk are having a webinar that they're streaming online in 2 days' time. So you should, I'm going to try and tune into it live because it's on at like 4 in the morning my time. But yeah, they're probably going to announce the new version of 3D Studio Max during that webinar. So Max 2021 should be out anytime now. But I love Max. Sniper Record says to Android Lost, just know they're 3 weeks over delivery date now. My backup ordered parts are also delayed. Oh no. Android Lost says, remember you said it was stuck in customs, forgot how long. Sniper said, I did get an update that they will arrive sometime after the 16th of April. Man, I'm impatient at the best of times. I'd be climbing the walls waiting for hardware. But there's not much you can do. It's just the way things are at the moment with the world, you know. Okay, now it looks like when I re-imported the model, I imported the UV maps with these ones in the wrong direction. So let's just fix that up real quick again. Man, this is a radio that I thought I'd be able to knock out really quickly inside of on a stream, and it's turning into a real production. Let's open up our UVs. It won't take me very long to do this, to fix up our UV direction. These ones. It'll be this one. It'll be this one, and it'll be this one. We're all facing in the wrong direction, so let's rotate them. Okay, I'm going to do this pack by hand. I'm not going to get Max to repack it. I'm going to do it myself. So we're just going to fill. We've got some space in here that we can use. Okay, that should be good. Let's just re-export the model. Old radio 2. Re-import it into our project. We are just going to have to do a rebake on the mesh. Okay, that's good. Now we've fixed up our UVs, let's save our project. Edward Lott says, man, that's stressful, but it's understandable. I have a friend who just ordered a PC with 1-day shipping and it's been a week and he hasn't got it. I read an article this morning that Amazon Prime shipments are delayed by a month. I know that, I can't remember if it was Euro or you, Mr. Square Peg, or somebody mentioned that Amazon were not letting you order medical stuff from Amazon because of what's going on in the world. So I'm not sure what the 1 month delay is referring to, but yeah, you got to wait a month for any Amazon Prime delivery now. Like Prime, you normally get same day or next day. Not anymore. Now you got to wait a month. But again, it's understandable. I mean, you know, with everything going on in the world at the moment, we can't complain too much. There are, you know, first world problems, as they say, with people dying. Yeah, Sniper says you can't complain, there are higher priorities now. Euro says I ordered a DVD drive yesterday, should be here tomorrow. Amazon are prioritising food over other deliveries here. Oh, okay. So I did read, like I said, an article this morning that said that Amazon Prime deliveries were being delayed by 4 weeks, by a month, by 4 weeks. So Phil's losing his voice. I wanted to make some adjustments to these pieces now that we've actually got the model to work properly. I'm going to play with our mask. Euro says it might be different per region. You could be right. Sniper says small packages are getting through quickly, larger ones are delayed. Android Lost says I'd have no problem with the delay. I wouldn't either. Sniper Echo says tomorrow there is an official postal delay here, so that could set things back months. Oh, man. At least you bought it and you paid for it, Sniper Echo, because PC price parts have been going up. The price of parts has been going up because manufacturing has been so slow or stopped. So think of it that way. Even though you don't have your part, you paid for it, so you're going to get it cheaper. You got it cheaper than what you're going to be able to buy it for in the next few months. So you locked it in at a good price. Silver lining in every cloud. So yeah, a couple of months delay, that could be. Paz says DVD in 2021. Yeah, I don't have DVD drives or CD drives in my computers. Everything is USB now. But I mean, if you want to watch a DVD or something, I can see why you want to use a DVD drive on your PC still. Snapper says, I'm not kidding. Euro says, it's for digitizing my music collection. Euro says, I only have patent DVD drives from old PCs. Need USB SATA for my running PCs. Yeah. So yeah, she bought it at the right time, Sniper Echo. You beat the price rise that will be coming, and it will be coming. Let's throw another smart mask down here, I think. Let's actually let's see if we can throw another smart material down. Again, it's one of the ones that I've created. Let's look at this one. I'm just going to close that up, throw this down. I'm going to group these two. Again, we're going to do a mask with color selection. And now I'm going to do another smart mask. And let's play with this new smart mask. So what I'm looking for here is I want to bring a little bit of gold into these side pieces. Remember I said I didn't want to make them metal because we're going to have brass for the knobs and for this piece here. But I do want to bring, I'm just thinking it's a lot of wood in this radio. There's a lot of wood. So I just want to bring a little bit of gold into these side pieces just to add a little bit more visual interest to the radio itself. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of this gold black paint in, just to make it look like they were gold and it's sort of worn off to show they were painted gold and it's worn off to show the wood that's been underneath. That's sort of the look I'm going for. Remember, less is more. Don't go too nuts. And I do have a habit of going a bit nuts sometimes. Like, that's too much. We just want it subtle. Again, let's do a quick save. Okay, now let's jump back into our smart materials. Sniper says, all my work contracts have been cancelled out as far as October, so not a big need for hardware in that case. Well, the game studio, we've actually implemented people working from home. The ArchViz studio, you guys know with the ArchViz studio I work for, they allow me to work from home a lot of the time anyway, so it hasn't been a big adjustment for me because most of the time I work from home for the studio. I do have to go in a couple of times a week for meetings, but those now are going to be put online because everything's being locked down in this country. So I'll be working from home for this foreseeable future until this problem is fixed in the world with this virus, this nasty virus. So yeah, the game studio I work for, everyone's working from home there, and now the ArchViz studio, everyone's working from home as well. Sniper says, all my Android lust says to Euro, still enjoying physical CDs. Kamel's Workshop says, I have to leave now. Nice to meet you, mate. Wish to see you next time. Yes, well, thank you, Kamel's Workshop, for being here. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Thanks for the follow as well. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again soon. I'm live every Monday and Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. But there's always a countdown to our next stream in my panels below my Twitch stream. But it was nice to meet you too, Kamel's Workshop. Okay, so let's look for something now. We need to do, let's do the brass here. It's not really the one that I'm looking for. Let's have a look at this one. Actually, just before I pull that in, I want to make sure I'm at the top of my stack. Mask with color selection again. Yeah, it's not the look that I really want. I know what I want. I've just got to find it. know the look I'm going for. Maybe this brass here might be better. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw both of these in another group. And we're going to throw a smart mask. Yeah, we're going to throw a smart mask down on the top layer. Let's go with let's go with this one. Mask with color selection, so we're not applying it to our entire model. Euro says to Android, last night you can come over and help me rip them to flak. Euro says have a whole cupboard to keep you busy. Android Lost says flak is going to require a few terabytes. Yes, that's the best conversion format, lossless. I want to bring in, make it look like the gold is sort of flecking off of parts of this old radio. Okay, again, do a quick save because I don't trust Substance Painter. Now, I think what I might do here is I might just mask with color selection. So I'm going to add another color selection to this grouping. And we're going to see if we can apply it. No, we can't really. No, that's not going to work for us. That's all right. Let's go and jump back into our smart materials, and I want to pick a gold or a brass, but we'll look for a gold first. Yeah, these ones really aren't. We could try the brass dirty, I guess. Let's try the dirty brass. No, I don't actually like that. It's not what I want. Let's try the light dirty. Again, it's not really what I want. If I can't find one here that is suitable, then I will... Actually, this is one that I made for the book. Let's try that. For that Magus book in the game, I made a gold. It might work. Mask with color selection. Yeah, that should work for what we want. Now I'm just concerned as to what's going on here with this UV map now. That looks weird. So I'm going to jump back into Max. We're going to have a look at the UVs for that piece of geometry. I can already tell by looking at the where are we? Yeah, I can tell by looking at that. That's a bit strange. It's not quite right there. So instead of jumping back to Rhizome, I'm just going to use Max here and do a flat mapping on that piece of geometry. We're going to scale this back. And we're just going to move that in here. Just going to scale it back a little bit more so that the textile density is about the same. Re-export the model. Re-import it into our project. Going to do a save before I do that. Okay, let's make out our maps again. And that's better. Alrighty, now we just have the fabric here at the front. Now I do actually have a material for that. I've just got to remember where I put it. I think it's here, my speaker cloth. Let's do that. Throw down the speaker cloth. Mask with color selection. Let's duplicate this layer. Again, I'm just going to turn the bottom one off temporarily. And I'm going to change the base color here to something a little bit lighter in this case. Like that. Turn the underlying one back on. Again, I'm going to change the underlying color a little bit to make it a bit lighter. And now I'm going to do a quick save and throw down another smart mask. And we're going to go with let's try the fabric damaged. I'm just going to group these two before I do that though. Okay. Again, mask with color selection to make sure it stays just where we want it. And fabric damage, I'm going to throw on that one. No, that's not the look I'm looking for. I want a different mask. Let's go with surface worn. Going to pull up on the blur. Pull back on the contrast. Pull back a little on the ambient occlusion. And it should be good. Again, I'm just going for, you see the different colors here, the two-tone color, so we don't have a completely flat color. We've got a little bit of the darker color showing through here and there, just to add a bit of interest to the fabric, to make the fabric look a little bit more real. Let's do a quick save. I think we can call our clock radio done. What's the time? How are we going? Look at that. How's that for timing? Even with all of our problems, we still got to finish on time. I do want to thank you guys and girls so very much for hanging out with me today and for watching. Of course, I will be back on again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States. We will pick up and we'll start working on a new asset for the study. We'll probably do the vivarium tomorrow, I think, that the frogs are going to live in. That can be tomorrow's project. It'll be interesting. It's an interesting looking piece of furniture that I put together, so that's what we'll do. But yes, thanks very much guys for hanging out with me and for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will be back on again tomorrow and hopefully I will see you guys and girls then. You guys take care, stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face. And I will see you all tomorrow. Okay guys, see ya.